What up, Dokkaners? We are still waiting to find out more about the upcoming Dragon Ball Heroes 2022 banner. We just recently received some news regarding Hearts, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegeta. But what is the rest of the banner gonna look like? We have absolutely no way of knowing, but I figured this would be a fun opportunity to make a video where I straight up guess. And let's see how close or not close I end up being, and you guys can try out as well. Post your own guesses in the comments down below. We can come back to this video in the future once the units get revealed. Now, what we do know is that over the last couple of years, they've sort of done something similar to these two formats right here, where we have either 5 or 6 new units, and then we have either 4 or 5 awakenings for previously owned SSRs, totaling to basically 10 new units. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We already have 4 SSRs that we are knowing confirmed to be receiving awakenings. I think it's safe to say we're just going to leave it at that, because usually around this time, after the Dragon Ball Heroes live stream, we get confirmation of the awakenings, but we don't get confirmation of all of the new units coming. So I think it is safe to assume that Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, and the 2 new girls from last year will be receiving their awakenings, and that will be all. So to fill out the rest of the 10, we're going to be getting 6 new units coming up in this new Dragon Ball Heroes banner. And since we said that we already know Hearts, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku, and Vegeta, that leaves 3 characters left to fill out, which is what we've got right here. 5 or 6 new units, 3 or 4 TURs, 2 of them SSRs. That is the other breakdown we need to remember here, because looking at last year, we had 3 new SSRs that became TURs and then 2 SSRs. And then the year before, we had 4 TURs and 2 SSRs. So the 2 still remains. So this is what we know right now. We have Hearts, we have the 2 Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, and we are still to determine 3 of the remaining characters. Now, as far as typings go, I'm just straight up guessing. You guys can make your own guesses in the comments down below. I gave Hearts AGL, I gave Vegeta Tech, and I gave Goku STR. Why? I don't know. I just made it up. I have no clue. Didn't even think about whether or not it would be good for their mechanics, because the Super Saiyan 4s will probably have a counter of some kind. So would these 2 types be good for that? Yeah, probably. I think a Super Saiyan 4 with Int would probably be the most unfortunate because of that 5 dodge, but maybe you want that. Anyway, let's now go over some guesses. Now, what we could maybe think about seeing here is, instead of totally being completely erratic and just guessing random characters throughout the timeline of Dragon Ball Heroes, I'm kind of thinking we're going to have 2 little themes in here, as sort of how we did before. Like last year, we had the Dark Empire. Was it called the Dark Empire arc? That was pretty much the entire, I think that was pretty much the entire lineup. I don't quite remember where these 2 are specifically from. I think they're from the same arc, but these 3 pretty much have that correlation. And then the year prior, we have a bunch of magics, and then we have 2 Masters of Magics, or 2 like demons over on this side. So I'm thinking for this one, we're going to continue the monkey theme, and we're going to have 3 Super Saiyan 4s of some kind. And then we're going to have 2 other characters that correlate to Hearts in some way. So I figured we'd break this down into 3 extremes and 3 supers. While that may not necessarily be the most airtight plan, I'm just going to go with this just because I can't, you know, where do we begin, right? So I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to guess we're going to get 3 good guys and 3 bad guys. Last year, we had 2 good guys and 3 bad guys. And the year before, we had 4. Actually, we had an even split, 3 good guys and 3 bad guys. One of them was part of the monkeys, though. So we're just going to keep that going here. So for the Super Saiyan 4s, what would be a nice corresponding 3rd character? I think there's a lot of different guesses to choose from, but I am going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say it is going to be Vegito. Now, based on the clues that we've been given on the recent like card drops in the UM9 Ultra God Mission 9 like card TCG set, in the batch that you get Hearts and Brainwashed Cronoa, both of which are coming to this new banner. This is what the TUR of the Cronoa looks like, the Brainwashed Kai. In that set, you see Gogeta. So that doesn't bode well for Vegito fans. And then, as I mentioned on the previous video for Heroes, the 2 poses that you see on the website, Goku and Vegeta right here, this is what they show on the actual card. You see Gogeta in the background. So again, not looking so good for the Vegeta fans out there. Of course, I am a Gogeta fan, but I still like Vegito, and I want Vegito. So I am personally a little nervous to say this, but I think based on what we're seeing here, I'm inclined to think we're going to be getting a Gogeta of some kind. The question is, what kind of Gogeta? Are we going to be seeing a Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Gogeta like we see in the cards here? Are we going to be seeing a Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta, who doesn't necessarily correlate in terms of which arc, but does correlate in terms of Super Saiyan 4? Could we end up seeing a Gogeta Blue which was the one that ultimately defeated the God Slayer Hearts. It's possible we could see any one of these, but out of them all, I guess the most logical choice would be this one. But like I said, I am voting for Vegito. So I am hoping that we don't end up getting another Gogeta. We've got plenty of those. I want to get some Vegitos. So for the Vegito guesses, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's either going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 or Blue Kaioken. And by the way, I think this is either Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 or Full Power Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. Don't get me started on which one's which. I don't know / care. I just want Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 altogether. So I would personally want this one, but we could very well get this. And that's kind of the question, because we're not really catering to the previous formula where we kind of like gradually move forward through the arcs. We are double dipping going back. So if Hearts is the boss of the Universal Conflict arc, do we bring a Gogeta that is also from said arc? Or do we bring in a Vegito from said arc, or something completely different? I'm going to go with this one. So for me, it is going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito as my third good guy in this list. So that rounds out the 3 good guys. That just leaves 2 bad guys. Now for the 2 bad guys, I'm going to say that those will associate more with the Hearts. And I think I have a couple of good ideas, but of course, again, it's anybody's guess. I think we could see a faceless Cumber. I kind of want to see one. Even though his forms don't really change much, I would like to see another Cumber. I don't know what they would say, call him in terms of his name. So that, I guess, kind of remains to be seen. But a faceless Cumber of some kind would be kind of cool. This was back when Hearts was, you know, he came back after falling in the Universe Conflict arc. He came back to help the heroes. This was around the time of the Super Saiyan 3 Masked Rose, I think. Around that time, that's when these guys showed up. So give me a maskless Cumber. A popular option that a lot of people are looking for is the eye patch fused Zamasu, Pirate Zamasu, whatever you want to call him. The dude ultimately got yeeted by Hearts, which I think would actually be a nice addition. Plus, that would be a nice way to bolster the Realm of Gods and, you know, have another unit to bring along for the ride on those extreme time traveler type teams. So this, I think this would, honestly, objectively, this probably seems like the best option. Kamioren. So I don't know if a lot of people know about this unit, but this is kind of like a poor man's version of the Tuffles. So if you guys are not fans of GT, this was kind of the, or if you guys were fans of GT, this is like the Tuffle character. And so what they did with this is that they would actually use Oren version of characters. They did that to the Universe 6 girls. They did it to Vegeta, so we got like a little makeshift version of the baby Vegeta. Gotta say, this was a little triggering seeing this, because I never liked baby Vegeta. It was very shocking for me to see that, and then seeing him look like this just was a lot worse. But still, he would make for a good character, a good extreme character. And then, of course, the fusion of the two. So each one, yeah, I think this one's Kami, I think this one's Oren, or vice versa. And then the fusion of them is Kamioren, and then this is like Super Kamioren. So I think they ultimately got defeated by Ultra Instinct, if I remember correctly. I don't. So, you know, any one of these forms would be a good one, I think. In terms of links, probably atrocious. In terms of synergy, probably non-existent. But still, Heroes is about bringing in weird, wacky characters that can do some pretty insane things. I would like to see this. And my last possible guess for the... Oh, you know what? I don't have it here. Oh, man, I don't have it. Golden Metacooler is going to be my final guess. Golden Metacooler, the reason why I feel like Golden Metacooler is a good option here is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Wicked Bloodline category has made a huge resurgence due to recent banners, obviously. But not only that, in this little graphic that they show on the official Dragon Ball Heroes website, we see Hearts, we see the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, but we also see Rags or Lags. I think actually her name is Lags because it's like an anagram for the word glass. So Lags here is ultimately defeated by Golden Metacooler. So I think that that would be a good way to bring that unit in. We already have a Golden Final Form Cooler, but we don't have a Golden Metacooler in Dokkan. So I think this would be a great opportunity to do that. Since she's already going to be there as a free-to-play drop unit, why not bring her, you know, her maker, I guess, in the summonable way? So I think that that would probably make the most sense. So for my final guess on the extreme side, I'm going to go ahead and say Golden Metacooler and Fusion Zamasu. I don't know. What did I guess here? I don't remember. Kamioren. All right, I'm going to go with that. My ultimate guess is going to be Kamioren and Golden Metacooler. So this is what I think we're going to be seeing on the upcoming Dragon Ball Heroes banner. In terms of typing, again, I just randomly guessed. No rhyme or reason for why I did this. I just sort of did. So Hearts, Kamioren, Golden Metacooler, and then for the Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku, and then Super Saiyan 4, or sorry, Limit Breaker, and then Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I don't know if they're going to call him Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 or Full Power. That remains to be seen. But those are my final guesses, and I would love to hear from you guys. How close or how off are my predictions from yours? Usually when you guys guess the same things that I do, doesn't generally bode well for you. So I would exercise caution. If your guesses match mine, reconsider things, because you're probably about to take a huge L like I am. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your guesses on the themes. Are they going to be going with like 2 different themes? The Hearts theme, the Super Saiyan 4 themes? Are we going to be getting an even split of good guys and bad guys? What are the units going to be? What do you want? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkans out of the future, and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.